channel, family. Welcome to Authentically Being Ava. I'm Ava. So, family, what do you do when your family doesn't want to heal? What do you do? What choices do you really have in the whole game, What does a young woman do when she looks back and reflects over her life and of the things that she experienced? Things that were never addressed, problems, issues that were never addressed. People in the family don't see a problem with their behavior in relation to her and the things that she's brought up. So they basically are like, hey, my hands are tied. That's a you issue, not me. I don't see a problem with me. And this is what she's experienced in her life in growing up and as an adult. When she's approached them with, hey, let's go seek therapy, let's try to work on some things, they don't really see that they have a problem. When the problem is clear and present, okay? And so now this young adult is coming to the age where, and the place in her own relationship with her boyfriend where they're now talking about marriage, talking about starting a family. But then she has this dynamic with her family that never was healed. Nobody wants to get help. Nobody wants to talk about anything. Nobody sees that they need to grow, adjust, look at things differently, for the sake of the other family members, because we all want to have and continue to have a united front in the family so that we can continue this legacy, build it and grow it. Nobody wants to deal with their own issues or problems. It's just a finger pointing thing. You. So this young adult wanted or set foot to try to get the ball rolling in the right direction so that things start to get healed, people start to understand things, see themselves clearly, whereas maybe they hadn't been previously. So now she's facing the fact that she may start a family with her boyfriend, who's going to become her husband, and not really have the real support of the family. Their actions and the things that she's seen growing up and in her young adulthood has given her enough information to know that this may not be what she wants to bring into her new family structure. This is where a lot of families are right. I've talked with her, and you can't make people do anything. People are going to do what they want to do. They feel how they feel. They don't, a lot of times, don't want to look at themselves and to see their behavior. People sometimes can't step outside of where they are right now. They can't say, you know what, let me look at the big picture here. This is about the family. It's not just about me. This is about the family. And we want to continue this, our family dynamic, the legacy. We want to have, family members that, are on a united front, who love each other, who can communicate to each other, who have that family bond and structure. Don't want to do it. So this young lady is now facing the ideas of not having too much of an interaction with, her family when she starts her new one. And I think it's so unfortunate. It's so sad. It's extremely sad because people aren't looking down the road, People are not looking at, hey, You know, I'm about to have an addition to my family, and I'm so stuck in my own problems and thinking that I'm right about everything that I've done. Don't want to be chastised or look at my behavior. You know, don't want to think of, oh, this is probably a good moment for me to grow and evolve as a person, a parent, you know, or whoever in the family, a sister, a brother, or whoever, a mother, you know, an aunt. You know, nobody wants to look at that, you know, and I just think it's so unfortunate. You know, it's amazing, amazing to me how a lot of people, they feel like once they've reached adulthood status that they don't need to grow anymore. Like, life is done. You know, I'm an adult. I can make my own decisions and I don't have to account to anybody for anything, you know, and that is just not factual, you know. In their mind, I guess it makes sense, but I mean, if you look at the big picture, you know, we are supposed to be, as I thought that, learning forever. It's not that, oh, I reached 21 or 25 and or 30 and now I'm grown and no one can tell me anything. You're still learning. You're still supposed to be taking in information, learning, and using that, you know, as you grow and evolve, supposed to be. But a lot of times, a lot of families, they just don't think they have to evolve anymore. You know, once you come out of grade school, you've evolved, and that's the biggest lie, the biggest misconception out here. And, you know, I wanted to talk about this today. I wanted to share this because it's probably happening in a lot of other families as well. And unfortunately, you know, where these young people are going to have to come to, the decision is that possibly they may have to cut people out of their life. And it's so unfortunate, you know, because of the stalemate that they've dealt with particular people in the family. They've come to understand that it's going to be the same thing with their kids. They're not going to feel like they really have the trust of these particular family members, you know, to care for or look after or be around unattended, you know, to certain extents, you know, certain people. And it's really, 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 really sad. It just really is. Nobody wants to be checked. Nobody feels like they need to be checked. I mean, check everybody else, but they can't be checked. It's like, wow. And I feel for her, I really do. And I know she'll make the right decision for herself. But what a hard pill. You know, that's rough. That's tough because you're looking to expand at that point, you know? You're not looking to cut off and sever and start by yourself and grow from over here and you know, occasionally wave over. You know, it's supposed to be a unified front, you know? And it's just so sad. It really is. It breaks my heart. I've had enough heartbreaking in my own life, things that I have experienced. But then when you see that, you know, and it's like, it's not her fault. You know, it's not her fault. It's not her fault. You know, she just wants to have what most other healthy families have. And that's unity. And that's togetherness. You know, and that's, you know, people taking accountability for their actions. You know, people listening to what you have to say about something, a thing, or having a discussion, and then you guys working that thing out together. Not like, I didn't do that, or, you know, like just have this type of an attitude or get angry, you know, when something's brought to them. It's just, like I said, it's unfortunate, family. But families can still move on and have successful and happy lives. You can. But it just would be better if everybody could sit down and have the conversation and work things out, you know, and not do it at the last minute, you know, when the kids finally come to earth, you know, like Like, let's work on us first and get going and great and back on the right track. And then, hey, here comes these new additions to the family. And then we can just all be cohesive and bond and all that. Like, let it happen, like, flow naturally like that. Not be, not to have to be pushed into acting right, or growing up or being the adult, or doing the right thing, It's just unfortunate, family. It's so unfortunate, but healing the family structure, that's major, family. And it's not just for you as an individual with that other person or those people in the family. As I've demonstrated here in this conversation, it has long-term effects on the whole family structure, the whole family dynamic. If you don't get that thing put into place, you can sever your whole bloodline. People scattered over here, people over there, nobody know. And this is what I have come to experience in my own life, in my own family. People down south don't know the people up here in DC, or the people over here in Maryland don't know it's just like, family. So look, if you're asking for advice, if you want to hear some advice, get that family structure together. Go seek a therapist. The family members, a couple of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. Go seek somebody and have a round table, have a notebook and a pen, paper, and just let's, talk, write out the topics, and let's do that. Let's bust them out like that. Let's start with this topic right here. Let's go around and let's, I think I saw something like that on Iyanla Fix My Life with the Braxtons. They had everybody sitting in kind of like a semicircle, and everyone kind of, spoke their piece about whatever it was that the topic was. And although they needed many more sessions, one session isn't going to do it, but it's a start, it's a start. And it just breaks my heart when, she's come to me talking about this thing and the decisions that she's going to have to make moving forward, with her life, and the decisions that, moving forward. I just pray that people wake up and come to an understanding, about, like, this is serious. This is the legacy of the family, and yeah, it's like about the legacy of the family and about the continuation of, of unity in that family and that bloodline. So, family, I just wanted to bring this up. I know maybe somebody out there maybe is experiencing this, or has experienced this, and maybe this could be helpful. Maybe this is some helpful information or advice that I'm speaking on, because it's serious. It's one thing if you're like, hey, I'm not going to have kids and it's all right. But when you're expanding the family, those new additions to the family don't deserve that. They don't deserve to feel alienated and not to have, direct relationships with people with healthy mindsets. That's not. They shouldn't be subject to that. That's not fair. It's not. It's not fair. It's selfish. It's selfish. But in the end, you have to do what's best for your family. So however you see fit, to handle that thing, and to try to start off on the right foot, with your life and the lives of your children, you do what you have to do. Do what you have to do, family. So look, family, I've enjoyed bringing this content to you. I hope it's helpful, and I hope to those that may be going through something and maybe it's been a beneficial topic and subject, conversation. Family, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Please like and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Hey, that's my new thing now. Hey, give me a thumbs up, family. Take care, family, and I'll see you on the next video.